How's it going, everyone? Want to take you guys through a couple of updates. An upcoming free PlayStation 5 game has been cancelled. It's already available on PC in early access. It won't be seeing a full release, and it has officially announced its end of service. We'll talk about that and a reality in the live service gaming market. As you guys know, like, we've been doing a lot of coverage on Helldivers 2, and it looks like that game is going to be a success as a live service game. Not every game is going to be a success, but we'll talk about that. On top of that, I do want to give you guys a heads up on a notable JRPG demo that's available free right now. We'll talk that in a little bit. Game's going to go under the radar because there's kind of a juggernaut coming out later this week. But what can you do? We'll get to that in a second. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys, please like this video and do leave a comment with your thoughts. It really does help out the channel a lot, and it is much appreciated. But first of all, Paragon the Overprime will be ending service on April the 22nd. Now, a PlayStation 5 release was planned alongside the game's Steam and Epic Games Store full release. Unfortunately, that won't be happening. Paragon actually did 2 closed beta tests on PlayStation 5 as well, but it won't be seeing the light of day as far as an official full release. Was noted in a release, "Hello Warriors, it's Paragon the Overprime. First, we would like to express our wholehearted gratitude for your love and support over the past year and 3 months, starting with early access back on December 8th of 2022. However, we come to you today with unfortunate news. Since early access, Paragon the Overprime has been a work in progress as we've continued to explore, iterate, and think about different ways to meet our Warriors' expectations. After careful consideration, we concluded that we will not be able to provide a stable and satisfying service moving forward. Because of this, we have made the decision to end the service on Monday, April the 22nd. We are deeply sorry for the unexpected and unfortunate termination of the service. We deeply cherish the encouragement and support you have given us until now, despite our shortcomings. We at Paragon the Overprime sincerely thank you for the love you've shown us. Please see below for a detailed timeline of the service shutdown. End of service schedule. Services end on Monday, April the 22nd. Official communities, Discord, brand site, and social media end Monday, April the 29th. Please save anything you wish to preserve before the service end. The official communities and social media channels will not be available once the service ends, and customer service closes Thursday, August the 22nd. Once again, we would like to thank all of our Warriors for playing Paragon the Overprime. We will do our best to keep your experience as seamless as possible until the very end. So, the game did drop on Steam in early access back in December of 2022, has a mixed reception, 12,899 reviews, and again, won't be seeing the light of day as far as an official full release. It was a free team-based, third-person action MOBA. Choose one of the many powerful heroes with unique skills and work with your teammates to conquer the Prime battlefield, speed across battlefield with the heroes of Prime, and feel the thrill of action. MOBAs on consoles are always rather interesting. I feel like Smite has worked pretty well. That's the MOBA that seems to resonate the most in terms of console platform. When you're releasing a MOBA, obviously, you're going after the juggernaut that is League of Legends. Dota 2 is in the mix, and Smite is in the mix as well, but League is just at a completely different threshold and level than all of the other ones. Dota 2 is obviously really big as well. Paragon had a lot of impressive technical prowess, and it seemed like people were interested in the release of the game, but unfortunately, it won't be seeing the light of day as far as that's concerned. And I mean, this is the reality. I am not too familiar in terms of the quality level and how it compares to other MOBAs, but the thing about live service games is even if the games are good, live service relies on there being a consistent and engaged player base. That's very, very difficult to do, especially if you're trying to get that level of investment from a consumer that has so many options in gaming. And when you invest into a live service game, that is going to be, as far as your gaming consumption goes, one of your priorities for a long period of time, and that's what the publisher and developer wants. They want you to be invested into this experience for a long time. It's not like, let's say, you buying Spider-Man 2. Okay, great, you paid $70 for Spider-Man 2, but ultimately, Spider-Man 2 isn't gonna take away your attention from other games. You will ultimately move on from Spider-Man 2, and you're gonna play it for, what, a month at most, and then you'll be ready to buy the next game, and so on and so forth. With a live service game, the expectation, at least the desire from the publisher, is that you are invested into that experience for well over 6 months, a year, years even, and that's how they really make it on the back end when you have investment from some players that have been into it for a long, long time. It's a very lucrative model when it pops off. Helldivers 2 is going to be very lucrative for Arrowhead and PlayStation. Fortnite is incredibly lucrative for Epic Games. Call of Duty is a live service game that's monetized beyond its $70, and it's incredibly lucrative for Activision, but just because those top-level titles are incredibly lucrative doesn't mean that all of them are going to be, and in fact, the majority of them ultimately are not. League of Legends, Dota 2, incredibly lucrative for Valve and Riot for a MOBA standpoint. Paragon, the Overprime, ultimately will not be. So that will be shutting down, and it won't even be seeing a release on PlayStation 5 after conducting 2 closed beta tests. Moving on from that, some more positive news. While Paragon, the Overprime, won't be seeing a full release, Unicorn Overlord is coming up on a release in March. It will be dropping March 8th. I really feel bad for it from a release timing standpoint, just because it's coming out a week after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I think from a JRPG standpoint, everybody's going to be busy with FF7 Rebirth. Although FF7 Rebirth is a PlayStation 5 only title, so for the Xbox guys and the Switch guys, Unicorn Overlord might be a title to check out. It is from Vanillaware, an incredibly talented studio, a studio that I constantly talk up on this channel. Of course, they did Odin Sphere, Muramasa the Demon's Blade, Dragon's Crown, and most recently, prior to Unicorn Overlord, they did 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which I thought was just a tremendous game from a narrative, visual, soundtrack standpoint. Wasn't crazy about the tactics-based gameplay, but man, from a presentation standpoint, that game was outstanding. Unicorn Overlord, on the other hand, is more of a tactical JRPG. Looks quite good, all things considered, and it still has that typical Vanillaware style that I think people are super, super into. In terms of visual aesthetics and soundtrack, from the masterminds that brought you 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and Odin Sphere, Atlas and Vanillaware present the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPG. Fight against fate and embark on a royal adventure to regain your reign alongside trustworthy allies. Unicorn Overlord combines the timeless tactical RPG genre with overworld exploration and innovative battle system for a unique epic fantasy experience in the iconic Vanillaware style. Game's key features, though, traverse a vibrant world, assemble units and direct them into exquisitely animated battles, perform heroic deeds, and grow renowned throughout the 5 nations, and cultivate a grand army with over 60 unique characters from humans and elves to massive beasts and heavenly angels. I think for most people, this is going to be a game that, you know, if you're watching our channel and you're super into JRPGs, chances are you're picking up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Good luck to those of you that have a 9-to-5, a social life, and everything else going on, trying to juggle FF7 Rebirth, and then a week later, Unicorn Overlord. I mean, we just went through Grand Blue Persona and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and it looked like most people had to pick and choose as far as that's concerned. In this scenario, if you have a PS5, FF7 Rebirth is probably going to be the game that you're going to prioritize. Unicorn Overlord, however, add it to the wish list, maybe over the summer during a quiet period in terms of game release, or even next month, or May, whenever it works for you. This is going to be a game to circle back to and check out. It's just, I don't know how many people are going to check it out launch day if you do have a PS5. But that's going to do it for me. Again, unfortunate news as far as Paragon, the Overprime is officially shutting down. It'll be ending service on April 22nd. It won't even be seeing a release on PlayStation 5. And Unicorn Overlord's demo is available right now. Go check that out. The game is $59.99, releasing on March 8th. Hey, if you want to juggle FF7 Rebirth and Unicorn Overlord at the same time, more power to you. I know some of you guys are crazy JRPG fiends, so, you know, if you need something different from FF7 Rebirth, Unicorn Overlord certainly will offer you something different, but just coming out a week after, I do think that's gonna hurt it a little bit. But what can you do? These games gotta release when they gotta release, and if people gotta play it down the line, then so be it. It'll eventually go on sale, probably over the summer or the fall, and it might be advantageous for you to pick it up then. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.